Gemini, welcome to 10-Minute Tarot, where I am attempting to give you some specific, direct signs, synchronicities, nods from the universe, indicators that you are connecting with your person, right? Now, always listen to your intuition. If you feel any sort of confusion, if you question anything, just know that the devil looks a lot like the divine, okay? So you're almost always going to be tested by some past connection, all right? But that is not what we are talking about here. This is someone who is divine. This is your twin flame. All divine unions are twin flames. Not all twin flames come into divine union because they're not listening to the signs, they're not tuned into their intuition, and they're not trusting in divine timing. All right, so you want your signs and synchronicities to be as direct as possible. The divine is very direct. The devil is confusing, right? The demonic, the lower vibrations, the shadows are confusing, right? It's like, was that my sign? Was that my indicator? I don't know. If you start asking questions, just know that wait until you're not asking questions anymore, because that's the truth doesn't make you ask questions, all right? All right, so we have the Knight of Cups at the center. Could be a water sign. We have the Five of Swords here. Could be somebody from the past. Again, I was talking about that past connection, right? You could have something, but this person's looking in the opposite direction as the Knight of Cups. So again, if this is somebody from your past and you've had to block them once and you've had this sort of disagreement that was enough for one or both of you to go your separate ways, it's unlikely that that's your person. Sometimes that can happen in a twin flame union or a twin flame journey. You know, you have some sort of like, there's a conflict of interest. There's some sort of difference that makes you triggered, and then you have to go your own separate ways. But if that's the case, it's like, if you love it, let it go. When they come back as the Knight of Cups, all right, this is somebody who has something to offer. They're willing to fight for this love, right? This is like somebody that you fought with. This is somebody that you're fighting for, or somebody that's fighting for you and the connection, right? And then we have the Two of Pentacles. This is something balanced, right? Also kind of Esmeralda with the dancing, right? This is somebody who is going to make you feel balanced. They're not going to make you question it. If you feel like you have to make this reminds me of like a pros and cons list. If you feel like you have to make a pros and cons list, that's a con. Okay? That's a con. This person could be like a con artist that's coming from the past to test you. So this is sort of like a reverse sign. If you feel these ambiguous emotions coming up, if you're unsure, if you have to make a list, if you feel like any sort of anxiety, if you're in your swords energy of overthinking, then that's not your person. Your person is going to comfort you in your intuition and not make you feel like you have to question everything. All right? Because that's divine timing. Now, twin flames, if you try to push a twin flame connection together before it is ready, before divine timing, then it will always stay in the runner-chaser dynamic. All right? Divine timing, divine timing. All right. Yeah, okay, so we have the Knight of Cups and then the Four of Cups. There was something else that popped out here. I saw you. Where'd you go? Where did you come from? Where did you go? If you're going to meet at a square dance. Maybe that reminds me of like elementary school when we did those square dances. So maybe this is somebody from that far back. Maybe it's somebody from your childhood. Okay, there. Oh, Three of Swords. I knew I saw the Hierophant. Thought I was imagining things. Okay. So yeah, there's the Three of Swords came out with the Hierophant. All right, to clarify this, well, we're going to bring this over here because we got the Four of Cups for this and the Three of Cups here. So there is celebration, there's a date, there's something worth celebrating. Okay, but I do feel like you guys are going to be heavily tested by a past connection. And maybe it won't be a test for you, just depending on how much work you've done on your intuition and discerning the what's fear and what's the divine, you know, what's demonic, what's divine, what's your shadow. So you might already be on to the game. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be something that you look at and maybe consider and ask, why am I still attracting them? I thought I did all this work. So you might have that. It might not even be about the person. It might just be about you when this past person comes in, that you're like, aren't I better than this? Why am I still getting this like dregs of society coming in? Why am I getting these lowball offers? And it might not be an exact person, but it might be some new cycle that looks just like that past cycle. And you're like, why do I keep attracting that? It's because parasites need a healthy host, right? So even if you've done the work, you're still going to attract the lows and the highs, right? So we have the 4 of Cups. You're still going to be getting like all of the, and see, these 3 cups are empty. This person's not celebrating them. They're kind of like, there's a 3 of Cups. That gives me this 3, that confirms this 3 of Swords. You had something in your past that broke your heart, this cycle of just like testing your self-worth. But this is waiting on divine timing, right? Waiting for something. Could be a fellow air sign, but it's somebody that's going to feel like they come out of the clouds. All right. You're going to be on cloud 9. Knight of Cups. That's to confirm that you're waiting for the person that comes in directly. Now, again, divine is direct. The rest is confusing. The rest is indirect. So if you have people that are making you question anything, just know that that's a sign that's not your person. So there's water there for the positive sort of waiting, getting into your water aspect. Your immutable signs, you have water and air as your supplementary modality. So this is getting more into the feminine aspect, getting into the more of the waiting to receive. You could be the divine feminine. We have the Hierophant here. So maybe you were dealing with a Taurus. We have this 3 of Swords, but I think that this 3 of Swords and Hierophant to confirm the 5 of Swords is this past, like confusing. This is confusion. This is deception. This is fighting, conflict. It's just annoying. It puts you in this place of solitary attunement, right? Which is shadow work. This is getting into Earth. Maybe you have an Earth placement. Maybe you have a Taurus placement. Maybe you're actually going to be dealing with a Taurus, right? But we have more cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles here. So we have earth and water. Very much a feminine energy that you're going to be dealing with. Something that is solid and puts you in a place of receiving, waiting for the right thing, waiting for divine timing. See how this person's balanced by these little bald dudes? There's a balance here. This imbalance forced you into a place of being balanced, right? So let that be a reminder. You don't want to go back there, right? You know what's back there. You know what's behind you. We all know what's behind us, right? But we're always tempted to look back because it's easier because we've already been there, right? It's easier to go with the devil you know. But the divine is unknown, right, to the ego, but it's known in the spirit. So that's this individual here. The Hierophant knows. They translate and they mediate the 5D and the 3D. This person is tuned into their intuition and their trust in the divine. This is the High Priest or the Hierophant, right? So with the water here, you could be the masculine dealing with the Pisces, right? We have that 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups. It's like, just wait, my love, because the 3 of Cups is coming in to give you a reason to celebrate. Now, maybe you're going to be out celebrating with your friends when you meet this person, right? And they're going to see you. I feel like they're going to see you from across the room. They're going to see how you celebrate. They're going to see how you divinely express yourself. There's just like this aura around you. Maybe this person, is very tuned in with the Hierophant. Maybe they're a spiritual leader or teacher. They've tuned into their form of divination, which maybe is like reading aura. Maybe they're an energy reader, right? specifically, they could be like a palm reader, and they may come over. I knew somebody who did like a reading on your name. So they may ask your name, have you write it down, and or asked to look at your hand. But with the Hierophant here, they're going to ask for your hand in marriage for sure. Maybe not right away, maybe not the first night you meet them, but I feel like they're going to know that that's what it is. Like they see you and they're going to go, the masculine is going to say, that's my person. That's going to be my person. Come hell or high water, because this person is here to fight for love. Yeah, more swords. So any sort of swords, anything that puts you into confusion, nah, it's not good. So yeah, this is like a flip side of signs and synchronicities. This is like the signs of what not to do. So hopefully there was something in there that helped. And until next time, I wish you well.